about how gift shops and retailers cash in on love. Right now, Val's Day is a good mind for businesses, for many businesses. And in this conversation, we are going to explore how entrepreneurs in different sectors, marketing, balloon art, and event decor, and also beauty gifts, capitalize on the love-filled holiday and how they are making some cash in there, and how other businesses can also leverage the season to drive some sales. So we'll dive into the latest trend. We're going to talk about customer behavior and some tips for small businesses. So whether you're an entrepreneur or somebody interested in business, this conversation is for you. And I'll be talking to three people this morning. I have in studio with me Georgette Hazel Ampia, who is the CEO of Balloon Frenzy GH. She's already here, so let me welcome her. Georgette, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you too?
Yeah, I'm doing very well. You're going to tell us a bit about Balloon Frenzy very soon. But let me also introduce this morning, who is also joining me in studio, Mr. David Kwesi Maunya. He's a marketing professional with over 15 years of experience. Say, how are you doing?
I'm doing very well. Thank you. And you?
Yeah, I'm doing very well. You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Great. And over the phone lines is the CEO of Faye Beauty Ghana. I don't know whether it's Faye or Fay Beauty Ghana. Maybe she will be able to tell. But her name is Flora Yaira Denucci. And she's also an entrepreneur. And she's joining us for this conversation. Flora, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Yeah, how are you doing?
I'm very well, yourself?
Great, I'm doing very well. Is the name Fay Beauty Ghana or Faye Beauty Ghana?
You got it right the first time. It's actually Faye Beauty Ghana.
All right, Faye Beauty Ghana.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining this conversation this morning. So before I get into that, tell me, Georgette, let me start from you. Tell me about Balloon Frenzy before we get into the conversation.
Okay, thank you. So Balloon Frenzy is a event company and also a gift making company. So we make bespoke gifts, balloon gifts for clients. So we try and focus more on customized gifts for people. We try to make gifts customized. As that when someone comes with a request, we make it there and then for you. We don't have ready to go gifts like you just walk into a shop and pick the balloon and go. We blow it for you there and then we blow it for you, customize it and give it to you. And also the event aspect too. We are also into events where we do backdrops, decor for birthday parties, funerals, weddings, any sort of event we are able to do it. Yeah.
Right. So you're cashing in big during this Val's Day.
Oh yes, we have some packages lined up for Val's Day that is already being sold out. So
wow. We'll get into all of that very soon. Let me bring in Faye Beauty, the CEO of Faye Beauty Ghana, Flora. Hi, Flora. Tell me about Faye Beauty Ghana.
Okay, so first of all, thank you so much for having me on this platform. My greetings to your listeners this morning. So Faye Beauty is a plant-based skincare brand, and then our mission is to bridge the gap between old traditional skincare methods like the shea butter and the black soap, and then we blend it with modern formulations to give our customers an experience beyond just the surface beauty. And also, our company was established in 2018. And then our aim is to appreciate all skin colors. And then also we sustainably sourced from Ghana. So it's making it eco-friendly, and then also we are promoting made in Ghana products.
Right. Okay. So how's the Val's Day sales coming up? How are they coming up?
As we already know, Val's Day is really huge in our part of the world. And we have prepared enough to meet the demand that comes with it. So currently we do have some packages in stock, and then we are promoting and pushing for people to, also experience skincare as a form of self-love, and also to appreciate the other ones with skincare products as well.
Right. Okay. So, and let me bring David, Mr. Mr. Maunya.
The only gentleman.
The only gentleman among the ladies, right? Yeah. So now you're also a marketing professional.
Yes.
And so we're going to get into the conversation in line with how marketing actually influences some of these sales during this period. But let me come back to Georgette. Georgette, how did you get involved in this whole Valentine's Day business?
So, as you know, Valentine's Day is something that is celebrated worldwide, and it's something that draws to the emotions of people. And once people are involved, the emotions are involved, you know that businesses can take advantage of it and do something to try and create experiences for people, people to remember this day. So we decided as a company that why not? Val's Day is here. We have amazing packages we can do for people to actually make the day special for a lot of people. So that's what we are doing now.
Right. Now, how do you prepare in advance for Valentine's Day as a business?
Okay, so it's all about planning. It doesn't start from, I would say, the 1st of February. We probably start a year ahead. That's from the middle of last year, trying to plan what kind of packages you want to do, and making sure you have the items that you want to use, the stock that you want to use ready or available, or ordering them to come on time. And also, by January, you should be able to start your marketing and all that. So it's a process. It takes time. It's not just something that you just get up and do one day. You have to actually take your time and plan it and go through different processes.
So it takes you like a year to start the planning?
Well, after Val's Day, let's say for 2024, after Val's Day, we decided, okay, now that we are done with Val's Day, what are we going to do next? So the planning starts right from the next day. What are we doing next? What are we doing differently? So that's what we do. Yes, we have timelines that we know by this date, this should be ready. By this date, we should know what kind of package we are doing, what kind of items we are putting into the packages, when we are getting them, and when we are going to start marketing and all that. So.
Okay, I see. Flora.
Hi.
Yeah, Flora, is that the same for you? How did you get into the Val's Day business, and how do you prepare for it in advance?
Yes, definitely, like you said. You need to plan ahead, which is very important because, you know, when you wait till the last minute, then you don't get things right.
Right.
For me, personally, I start planning Val's Day after I start planning for my Christmas packages. So as I'm planning for Christmas packages, I'm planning for Val's Day as well. Because, you know, some vendors can be planning with regards to timeline, even with your graphic designer trying to come up with ideas for, you know, your marketing materials and stuff. So it's good that you start preparing months in advance with regards to your inventory, your packaging materials, and even marketing, because sometimes you have to create awareness for like a month or two before you can get to your target audience and get people to recognize your brand and patronize you as well. So everything has to be processed early, because the last thing you want is to be scrambling for stock or missing out in sales difference that you didn't plan ahead. So basically you need like months of planning. And also you take cues from your previous packages or from last year, like how my lady said in the studio. You get a few cues from there, and then you build on for the next year as well. So year on year you get better with your planning and then presentation as well. Yeah.
Okay. I see. All right. Thanks for those thoughts. Now let me come to David. David, is the 1 year duration is it enough? Is it realistic for marketing your business around this Val's Day?
Well, I think 1 year should be enough. I mean, well, we can never have enough time in trying to prepare for anything, but in this case where it's a yearly occurrence, you know, it's something that comes on year, and I would want to believe that a lot of these businesses who offer these services, they sort of study the trends of their market. So, for instance, like you mentioned earlier, consumer behavior. What happened last year how do we review it, and how do we look at providing a better package for next year?
Right.
So it's all, and I'm very happy that some actually take into consideration, like Faye said, that she plans for Val's Day like she's planning for Christmas. It's very essential, because you realize that right after December, January is like a very dull month.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
you're going right into February. So it's very important to start right after 14th February. Do your evaluation, look at the trends, what worked this year, what are consumers going for. I think the whole frenzy of Val's Day has also moved a bit away from just products into experience.
Right.
So you'd want to focus on creating experiences rather than just selling chocolates.
Okay.
Or selling hampers. For instance, if you look at this year's Val's Day, is a weekend.
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
So the question is, how do you then create experiences for people who would enjoy for the weekend? So those are some of the things. 1 year is not enough time, but it is enough time if you start early.
Right.
And if you decide to focus on what your consumer really is looking for, what are the new additions you're going to put in this year? I think a bit of research also has to go in that. And within that 1 year, you should be able to be ready for them. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Georgette, thank you. Thank you, David, for those thoughts. Georgette, let me come back to you. What's the biggest challenge? Because I know that in this period, everybody wants to sell something. Everybody, if I open my WhatsApp right now, you see over maybe every 3 status that I open, maybe there's somebody selling something around this Val's Day. What is the biggest challenge in standing out during the season?
Okay, so with Val's Day, as you said, there are so many people selling, so many packages going around. But for me, I don't see it as a challenge. I see it as an opportunity to create something new.
Okay.
To do something that nobody has done, or to do something that is different from what is on the market. So yes, there are so many other products. People see it as a challenge. People see it as, the market is saturated. There are a lot of people doing these Val's Day packages. When you turn your head here, you see this. But it can also give you that opportunity to create something different, to make people experience something different from what is on the market. So that's what we are always looking for.
Right.
Making sure that you just find a niche and stick with it. Do something new for people to appreciate.
Right. So what new things or what different things are you doing this year?
So with us, one thing we like to do is to do things that are bespoke, different and unique to a certain person.
Okay.
So even though there are so many balloons around, how we do it is different from how you see it somewhere. You won't see the same thing in our shop and it's same thing in another shop. Okay. Ours comes out differently. We want to make sure that the creativity around it is different. Even right from the colors to the fonts to everything, it has to have its own niche when it comes to creating our work. So I feel like that's what makes our own more unique and more and different from other people. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to come back to you on how you create personalized products for people. But let me go to Flora. Flora.
Hi, I'm here.
Yeah, Flora. Yeah. So how what's the biggest challenge for you? Georgia says that they focus largely on creating new products, something to stand out. How do you do that?
For me, with challenges, I think it will just be one major challenge that I normally experience with Val's Day, and I've learned from it, and that would be last minute orders. People are very non.
Sorry, I didn't hear that. Last minute, yeah. I can hear you now.
Last minute orders will be like a major challenge for me in the skincare industry, because when we are selling out products, which will also give experience to our consumers, right? So last minute orders, they always come, trust me, they always come. So with that, initially it was a challenge, but now we've mastered how to overcome it by making sure that we have ready to go gift sets available, so that in case of that last minute challenge, we know that we do have a few boxes left, so we just have to send the dispatch to go and give it to the customers. And then let's not forget that this time around, Val's Day will be like a whole weekend celebration. So we are also prepared for that. and then it's going to be. I mean, it's going to be very challenging, but we are ready, and then we actually have to come.
Right.
Yeah.
So you spoke about the last minute issues, and we're going to come back to that very soon. But my question really was, how do you stand out? What's the challenge in standing out around this time? Yeah.
Okay, sorry. So with Shea Beauty, what we normally do is every Val's Day we have a limited edition product. So our customers actually look forward to it, and it creates the excitement and the buzz for Val's Day.
Okay.
So this particular year, we came out with an exclusive perfume oil, which also doubles as a body oil. So it's called Silk and Roses. It has a very sweet floral scent, which the ladies will love, and then the guys will also love it on the women. So this is what we came up with this year to stand out from the other skincare products and packages on the market. So far, marketing has been good. The response has been very massive, and then we are looking to make more sales with that. Yes. So this is what will make us stand out this particular Val's Day. Yeah.
Now, what goes into creating those personalized products for Val's Day?
I think it depends on your customer's response from previous products, feedbacks, and stuff like that. You build on it, and then you create something personal. Something personal for your customers.
I see.
So personalization is very important when it comes to skincare.
So
for instance, most of our packages we do drop in skincare notes or like customized cards where you can give us a note to put in if you are gifting it for someone. So that's what we normally do to create this personalization that comes with it.
Oh, okay. All right.
It gives it more meaning, and then it realizes that you've put more thought into the presentation of the package.
So, for instance, if somebody calls you that they want to gift their partner, you can take a note from them and put it in the product.
Exactly. Definitely.
Oh,
yes.
Okay. That's nice. Georgette, is that the same thing for you?
That's a personalized gift. With years of doing this, we realized that people like it when they see their names on things. People like it when they see that you've taken your time to write their names or write a message for them. They feel like you thought about them ahead of time. You didn't just rush into a shop and buy a gift for them and give it to them. This was well thought of.
Right.
So we try to capitalize on that to make sure that anyone who comes, how do you want it written? Do you want to add like the nickname or a special name you call the person? All those things, we put that into play, and then we sell it to the clients. And we try to make them know that it's not about the price or anything. It's about how the person will feel at the end of the day when you're doing it. So it's very important to have a personalized gift, and that's something we sell to people. Yeah.
So if there's anybody listening to us, they should focus on having personalized gifts for people, and that's a way to market their business. Great. Now let me come to David. Now, David, what is the role of social media in marketing? During the spirit?
Wow. So I would want to, obviously, for the obvious reasons of creating awareness and getting to look at the reels and create excitement and buzz. But like Faye mentioned, I think there's a more critical role that social media plays that we probably haven't taken advantage of, which is response and feedback. I think those are some of the things that we should be looking at. Okay, so for instance, this year, if next year we wanted to launch a particular product, a bespoke product for, what's it called, for Val's Day the following year, what were the responses from the previous year? Does it make sense? Will people like it? So you get all this from feedback. There's something about knowing your customers and eventually predicting by their actions. Now too, we have a lot of AIs and a lot of machine learning that can predict the trends of customers. So those are some of the things that we need to look at. And then also, social media is a very strong advertising tool now. You get results. You are able to drill it down, in terms of demographics. So that also helps the business, as a business, to be able to focus on what really matters, be able to come out with the niche product or experiences that you require based on the feedback you get from social media. And I think the general buzz of, just going viral, making sure you do things that get you out there, a bit of disruptive marketing too in there. So social media plays a critical role, but I would want business to stop looking at just the aspect of the awareness and the beauty and the videos and the excitement into the more research part of it.
Okay.
Studying analysis, looking at the trends, mining data actually, and using that to better your services that you provide. So yeah, social media actually plays a very critical role. Yeah.
Right. Georgia, do you use social media to promote your business?
Yes, we do.
You use social media, but do you have a physical shop as well, or is just social media?
Mostly social media. We don't have a walk-in shop. We call it a workshop where we do the work we do. Okay. Yeah, but it's not a walk-in store that people can just walk in and buy. As you said, we do personalized things, so you have to pre-order ahead of time, and then you can come and pick from our workshop, or we can deliver
to you. Yeah. Okay, so you use social media.
Yes, we use social media.
Okay, Flora, is that the same for you?
Yeah, it's basically the same for me. Social media actually is my best friend when it comes to this business because I don't have a working space now. I'm working from home. So social media is my shop, is my office, is usually my everything. So it helps with marketing a lot. A lot of behind the scenes that we capture goes on social media, which also helps us to connect with our clients, our customers, and stuff like that. We do our countdowns on social media, sneak peeks, giveaways, everything to connect with the customer so we can get the engagement and then build on our product. So social media is a very great marketing tool when it comes to, entrepreneurs and then our business. So yeah, social media is really a go-to for marketing. Yeah.
I see. Now, David mentioned that we should focus on research. Do you handle your social media pages yourself or somebody does it for you? If you do it yourself, did you have to take a course to understand the algorithm and the analytics bit of the whole thing in line with research?
Yes, I do handle my social media myself because I'm very particular about details. I want to make sure the page is looking aesthetically pleasing to first of all attract the customer, and also to make sure that my engagement is solid. We try to post interactive posts to get people to respond. And with regards to research, from social media, what I can do is to create polls on my IG story to get responses from customers. When you create these polls, you ask random questions. Sometimes also you ask them to ask you questions that you think it will help them or help the business as well. So through all these tools, we are able to gather data, to help with the business. So yeah. I haven't really had like a professional course with regards to social media, but I've had a course with regards to marketing and how to respond to your customers and how to get feedback from your customers, which also helps to improve on your business. So, yeah, basically that is just it.
I see. Georgette, is that the same? Do you handle your social media yourself?
I handle my social media, and one thing too about social media too is it creates the hype around Valentine's Day. Sometimes you don't even have to do much of the advertising because everybody's already talking about it. So it's trending. Valentine's Day is trending. So you see people who don't even get anything be like, hey, you saw this person got this on Valentine's Day. How come I didn't get it? So it's sort of marketing for you in a way, because now compared to years back, Valentine's Day is more hyped. People are more people want to get things for people just because of what social media is doing. Yeah. It has created that awareness. So we are just capitalizing on it. Yes, and also I handle my social media. I didn't do a course per se on social media, but I got a professional to help me through how to take care of my social media, how to do the analytics and all that.
Right. So you know how to do the analytics, and that informs the products that you bring.
Yes.
Oh, I see. That's very nice. Well, if you just tuned in, this is Business Breakfast on Z101.9 FM, and we are 10 minutes after 9. We're speaking to Flora Denchi, who is joining me over the phone line. She's the CEO of Faye Beauty Ghana, and I have in studio Georgette Hazel Ampia. who is the CEO of Balloon Frenzy GH, and also David Kwesi Maunya, who the only gentleman amongst them. He's a marketing professional, and we are talking about how businesses are cashing out during this Val's Day. We just set the stage by understanding how their business are doing, and also how marketing or social media can be used to amplify their products. Now, I want to ask, let me come to Georgette. What trends influence or impact your business during Val's Day?
When you say what trends, can you elaborate on?
Yeah, I'm saying, are you following a particular trend? Are there certain things that are going on, and because of that, you are capitalizing it to promote your products?
Okay, so as I said earlier, with Val's Day, it's already a hype. It's already selling for itself. Let me say that on social media. So right now it's about what are you going to do too. That's what we are trying to send. That everybody's doing something. What are you also doing? Have you thought of something to do for your loved ones? Who are you giving it to? Is it only your, let's say, your beloved that you're doing gifts for? What about your daughter? What about maybe your sister, your mom, or your brother? And are you just focusing on the erotic side of Val's Day, or you're thinking about other people when it comes to even in terms of religion, church programs? Is your church organizing something? Are you helping them with their event? Is there dinner going on and all that? So there are different trends going on that we look at and realize that, okay, we can also take advantage of this. Maybe for the corporate aspect, what kind of activations are they doing that we can capitalize on? Can we help them with their marketing activations so that their brand also goes further?
Right.
And as an events company, I mean, once we hear of activations and all that, we are ready to jump in and take over. So, yeah.
But have you thought about actually writing to these churches or companies, telling them that, oh, if there's any program coming up, let us come on board. We do this and this and that. Have you thought about something like that?
By God's grace, I'll say we don't have to. Usually during the Val's Day, we already get requests coming in for us to come and do these kind of setups at different locations for churches, for companies, for restaurants, and all that. So it already keeps us busy, and it's one day too. So there's so much we can do for this one day program. So for now, we haven't gone around giving out this thing, but by God's grace, we've been able to get some going on. Yeah.
Right. That's great. Now, I know emotions are very, very important when it comes to buying, because people usually buy based on their emotions. What is the role of emotions really in a season like this?
So I always say that Valentine's Day is one of the many times that everyone gets a level playing field to show their emotions. So unlike Mother's Day or Father's Day, where it's one-sided, Val's Day, men are expecting, women are expecting, children maybe, mothers, anybody at all. People. So first of all, there's already that big pool that all businesses can take advantage of. It means that there's more opportunity. So it's not exactly about playing on the emotions. But it's more of how do we then get into the space of, I don't want to call it taking advantage, but creating very disruptive things that trigger those emotions. Okay. Now, again, you want to focus on creating memories, right? You want to focus on creating memories than just having a usual transaction of, or get a gift and go. So emotions play a critical role. People feel like this is the time they need to be appreciative, or this is the time they need to show more love. And people out there, some too may not know how to even do it. So for businesses, going ahead to also offer that solution, offer suggestions to people, because also remember that within that time, people are in their emotions.
Right.
For instance, I'm sitting here today, Wednesday. I don't know what I'm doing for my wife on Friday. I would love some suggestions. And it's not because I don't love her or anything, but I'm probably just looking for something that will, something that will kick the love in, like, yeah, you get it. So yeah, it's also an opportunity for businesses to offer more solutions, different solutions. So I think this is where it also comes in when I say that we need to be able to analyze the trends.
Right.
What worked last year, what do you think will work this year?
Okay.
For instance, I've seen very new things happening these days. I recently saw a video of this floating breakfast on the pool. So these are things these are things that people will start thinking of naturally when it comes to the season of love or Val's Day. And again, I mean, it's a whole weekend. So people are ready to give their emotions for this weekend. The question is, how ready are the businesses to offer that solution? And like I said, gone are the days of just picking chocolates off the shelf and go and give it to your wife or your woman and say Happy Val's Day.
Right.
We are looking for experiences now. And that's the way to go, yeah.
I see. Now let me bring Flora into the conversation. Flora.
Yeah.
Hello, Flora. Yeah, so I know you are into, yes, I can hear you. You are into beauty, the beauty space. Now, how do you ensure that customers feel emotionally connected to your products?
Okay. It's quite important to connect with your customers on that level. So an instance is where...
Flora, can you please raise your voice a bit, or maybe get closer to the phone a bit?
Can you hear me now, please?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. So I was saying that building emotional connections with your customers is quite or very important. For instance, last year, what we did was, instead of using the dispatch riders to deliver the packages to the customers, I took it upon myself to deliver them personally.
Wow.
So just by meeting with your customers, you engage with them. They know you, they know the face behind the brand, so they don't know that it's just a good account in somewhere.
Okay.
And then you connect with them on the personal level, which is also equally an emotional level as well. So then they trust the brand, they know the face behind the brand, they know the personality behind the brand, and it helps for trust to be built between you and the customer. So in that case, if there is any feedback, whether negative or positive or constructive, they don't hesitate or hold back to let you know. So you need to also build upon your brand. So emotional connections are very, very important, because also we are not selling products, like I said. Skincare is a whole experience. It makes people feel good, right? So we love it when our customers message us saying that, oh, your product made me feel very confident. It cleared my acne, it's giving my skin a beautiful radiant look, and stuff like that. These are the little things that keep us going as business owners. So building emotional connections is really like a great whatever it is for business. Yes.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, that's fine. Let me come to David now. David, what should businesses avoid during Valentine's Day promotions? What should they avoid?
Well, I think the first thing you'd want to avoid is making wild promises you can't fulfill.
Okay. What are some of the promises people make?
I think sometimes businesses also go into a frenzy and feel like, okay, it's Val's Day, let's take advantage.
Okay.
And so I'm very happy with what Georgette said about, there's only so much you can do within that day. So you need to, first of all, be very focused. At least a month before, you should have everything prepared. You should have your customers you are delivering to. You should know what exactly you are doing. You should at least have your final list for any last minute that comes in. I mean, it depends on you. If you can give the assurance, fine. The other thing you want to also avoid is too much copying of, what your supposedly competitor is doing.
Right.
Because everybody, like I said, should be able to offer a very different experience.
But how much is too much?
How much is too much? For me, I think, so something like red roses, right? Copying everybody doing red roses, that's too much copying for me.
Okay.
Everybody doing chocolates, that's too much copying for me, right? And I'm sure Georgette has very different ways of doing her presentation for balloons, right? It's even the way you package or the way you do it. Even if you are doing the usual thing, how do you package it? So like Georgette is saying, you customize names, so then it feels like it wasn't just an afterthought. You were thought about before, you engage in a way that makes the customer feel like, or whoever is receiving the gift or the service feel like, oh, these people, I'm probably their only customer, right? That's how you want to look at it. And like I said, you want to avoid the too much following, do something different. Right, there are a lot of, and I know for a couple of years now, Cocoa Board, right? They've created this whole holiday around Val's Day, National Chocolate Day. They call it, right? Those are things that you can tap into as a business, So National Chocolate Day, and I think one of the aims is for people to experience the different recipes that comes with chocolate, not just the bar, right? So those are some of the things that businesses want to tap into, even if it's chocolate, how are we presenting it? How are we making sure that this time is different? And it's very, very important also to start the marketing on time. Very, very important. Very, very important to start the marketing on time so that you attract the right people, so that your customers are well informed and they also prepare for you as a business, so you don't you don't lose out during this season. Again, remember that right now there are a lot of options, right? You go on social media, you look for one thing, the next thing you know, you are getting suggestions like every single day of that product. So people are literally throwing options at your consumers. So you need to be able to be focused. You need to maintain that emotional connection and build that loyalty with your customers. Make sure that they are always coming back to you. If they don't come back to you, you can be proactive. Right? Get into December, you are sending out messages. You are saying, hey, I have these packages available. Would you want to pre-order? First come, first serve, give early bird discounts. Those are some of the things you can also look at to be able to secure some business even before that time. Then for your last minute orders, you can prepare for them as well, just to make sure that you keep some people afloat. And that also gives you a good look, although it's not the best, but for the customer to know that, you can come in last minute and save me, it's also it's also good, although it's not the best. We don't encourage that, but yes, that also goes to play in our favor. So those are some of the things that businesses should focus on.
You mentioned two things I want to focus on a bit. I mean, as I talked to Georgette and Flora. Now, you mentioned the bit about the last minute orders. How do you handle it, Georgette?
So with last minute orders, we have some packages are there that we put in case someone orders last minute. But even that is to an extent. Afterwards, we have to close because, as I said earlier, it's only a day's event. So we don't want to overbook or underestimate the demands and then do so much and then end up disappointing people. So with those who have already placed orders and stuff, we notice that when we take the last minute orders, it even affects those who ordered a week ahead or 2 weeks ahead, because then it affects their timelines and all that, because we're busy working on the last minute ones. So we try and close things down. Even though we want to take as much as we can, we also want to make sure we deliver. So it gets to a point in a day we can say by 12 p.m. we are not taking any more orders, so that we can focus on the ones that have already come, so that we do not disappoint our people.
That's great. Well, we're going to go for a break very soon, but before that, when Flora was speaking, she said one of the things that she does is that she can go and present or deliver the product by herself. And I think that's something that will create a wow factor in the minds of people. How do you do that, Georgette?
Well, with us, we try and focus on the personalized aspect of it, because we can't. I wish we could go and deliver to every person, but I don't think it will be possible on our end. So we try and focus on the personalized and trying to make the things look very aesthetically pleasing to the eye, making sure that when people see it, they'll marvel at it. And also the quality. And people are able to keep theirs for over a year, and it's like, oh look, the balloon is still up, it's been over a year and it's still sitting in my room, or I still have this gift from last year still here. That's the type of emotion you want to let them have at the end of the day after they get their gifts, like seeing it and knowing that you got something that was quality and something that was personalized for them too as well.
All right, great. Flora.
Hi.
Yeah, I haven't forgotten you.
That's fine.
Yeah, Flora, I want to know, I mean, we've spoken about social media a bit already, but I want to know, do you use paid ads to promote your stuff around this time, or because of the frenzy around it, I'm just borrowing your word, the frenzy around it, you just go ahead and just post it on social media? How do you do that?
Yeah, I do use paid ads, especially for last minute creatives that have to go up, so I could, get some numbers and engagement on the post. But like the gentleman said in the studio, it's actually really good to start marketing early so that you can reach a wider audience. I mean, we are posting consistently, promoting a campaign and message concerning Valentine's. So then your customers are expecting that this is what is coming. But then again, paid ads also really helps to boost the numbers sometimes, even though the algorithms can be funny sometimes. But it helps to also do some paid ads here and there to reach a wider audience. So yeah, that's very also needed when it comes to marketing and social media.
I see. Georgette, does that work for you too?
Yes, it works for us. And to us, it's not just about just making the clients buy from us. It's also about brand visibility. Okay. So with the paid ads, we get to a wider reach when we do that. So that's one thing that we also focus on, the paid ads too. Yeah.
All right. Just before we go, before we go for the commercial break, David, what Val's Day promotions have you seen that really worked well?
Well, I think for me, what I've noticed is I think these days now the hospitality industry is really benefiting from Val's Day, because then now you realize that they curate packages, to engage couples. So it's either there's a dinner for couples, or it's either there's a 3-night stay, that kind of thing. Those are the kind of promotions that I see have really cashed in. I think now the hospitality industry is really getting it big when it comes to the Val's Day experiences. They organize all this buffet because it's a time that people are looking to go, and like I said, experiences, right? So it goes beyond just the gifting. They create all these experiences that works well for them. And I think that another thing we should also, and it's actually a question I would like to throw to listeners and everybody, just to try and imagine what is the craziest Val's Day gesture you've seen on social media or anywhere. And I think those are the things that businesses should start thinking of. Okay. No matter how crazy you think it is, there's crazier. People are actually doing crazy things, right? People are flying out of the country, spending money just to show their love on Val's Day. So for me, I think the trend is moving a bit to the hospitality industry. If you ask me, looking at how things are going, people are creating experiences, people want to engage a couple. I mean, I'm sure this weekend a lot of people will not be in Accra, and maybe even in Ghana, just for that matter. Yeah,
I think you want to weigh in just a minute.
Yes, and one thing they are adding on to is the room decor. You enter the room and you see balloons and candles and petals and all that. So it's something that's trending now.
People are very big on love, because yesterday I just put on my status that I was looking for a florist, and people were DMing me, "Hey, are you going to propose?" Then when I got the florist, I also put on my status, who has a contact of a hotel manager, and then that is where your big comes in. But anyway, I think it's been a great conversation so far. We're going to go for a quick commercial break. When we return, we look at some other issues in line with what we are discussing. But if you just tune in, this is still Business Breakfast on Z with me, Nitra B. Hammond. Stay tuned.
All lovers to feel the love this Valentine with Love A to Z on ZFM.
We're bringing bring love to life in every way. Whether it's a grand gesture or a simple story.
Share your love moments with us. Dedicate your favorite songs and win amazing prizes along the way.
Tune in to Love A to Z on ZFM 101.9.
From Wednesday the 29th of January to Friday February 14, you'll have the chance of winning amazing prizes from interactions on all our social media channels.
From BBC to the brighter side with NYA the brand, and all the way to Highway 1019.
This Valentine, we'll make it every day a day to remember. Tune in, feel the love, and let us make your celebration unforgettable.
Stay tuned to your lifestyle, leisure, and business radio. It's your lifestyle, leisure, and business radio.
Check it out. Oji for we ya. That do na eye kokoni kuku enenam. Se eswa eye patupa. Handle go and handle kamenya tifo. Happy Valentine. Opportunity new news rising up our love. The new draw 7 so 1945. Yema aye humeso. En sacre muka crabbe bois, en sacre muka crabbe bois. The Grammy Valentine, I tell you nubi. Oscillate and make it shine like a star of the night. Surprising me, baby, try and do that this thing. Hope you are digging something up. Alright, on the Grammy Valentine, I tell you nubi. Oscillate and make it shine like a star of the night. Surprising me, baby, try and do that this thing. Hope you are digging something up. Alright. Chocolate chop, chocolate cho, chocolate chop. Me card with the best design. Poetry, I corner, na me trouble so. Will attach to the gift for you. Cross your fingers, get your scissors, something is coming. Happy Valentine, opportunity, new news, rising up our love. The new draw 7 so 1945. Yema aye humeso. In sacre muka crabbe bois, in sacre muka crabbe bois. And now say a fee with the no nyagobe. But check it out, the know something we can do. Until when they say we are hotel big again. Let me know. And I'll say a fee with the end, no, you go back. But check it out, the know something we can do. Until when they say we are hotel big again. My yesterday, are you ready? This February. Order bring me Valentine, I'll check the nubi. Oscillate and make it shine like a star of the night. Surprising me, baby, try and do that this thing. Hope you are digging something up. Alright, order bring me Valentine, I'll check the nubi. Oscillate and make it shine like a star of the night. Surprising me, baby, try and do that this thing. Hope you are digging something up. Alright.
101.9 FM.
Chocolate cho, chocolate cho, chocolate cho, chocolate cho.
Right, you're still tuned into Business Breakfast on Z101.9 FM with me, Nee Trebi Hammond. Welcome back from that commercial break. Now we're still talking to Georgette Hazel Ampia, who is the CEO of Balloon Frenzy GH, and also David Kwesi Maunya, who is a marketing professional. And also over the phone lines, Flora Yaira Denucci, who is the CEO of Faye Beauty Ghana. And we're having a conversation on how businesses are cashing in on love. I mean, in this Valentine's period, how are businesses cashing in accordingly, right? And we've made a lot of points so far. We've talked about social media. We've talked about how they handle last minute orders and a host of other things. If you join us, you are not too late. You can join the conversation on our WhatsApp line on 0544321019, 0544321019. You can send us a WhatsApp, whether a voice note or a text, and then we'll do well to read. Tell us how you are also cashing in. If you're an entrepreneur, how you are cashing in on this Val's Day or this Val's season. Feel free to reach us, and then let's read your message or play your voice note on air. Also, you can follow us on our social media platforms on Instagram, Facebook, and X at ZFMGH. We are live on Facebook as well at ZFMGH, and then on YouTube at Z Multimedia. Feel free to get in touch with us. We have some amazing gifts to give you. So even if during the conversation, if there's anything you want to weigh into, feel free to send us a text. You stand a chance of winning an amazing gift. All right, let me get back to the conversation. Welcome back, gentlemen, gentlemen and ladies. All right, let me go over the phone lines first and speak to Flora. Flora.
Hi.
Yeah, you're still here. Thank you for staying. Flora, tell us, how do you handle clients with very specific requests? Because I've seen your packages and I realize that they are already packaged, for lack of better expression. How do you handle specific requests from clients?
It's very easy. I mean, handle it like how they want it. In as much as we have already made boxes, we are also open for people's budget, right? Because, I mean, you have to be budget friendly also. So with regards to your budget, we can put something together for you. If you want something different from what we already have, it's so far as we have the product available and then we have the packaging materials available, we just quickly put it together and then deliver it to your way. So it's not really like a big deal to me with regards to what people want in a box. So far as we have the box, we have the ribbons to make it look presentable, it shouldn't be a problem. We are here to serve the customers here.
Okay, so you sometimes ask customers what they want and then you do exactly that for them.
Yeah, definitely. You have to ask them what they want. Sometimes they already know what they want. But sometimes you have to walk them through the product, what will suit them, what will be a better idea as to what they are proposing. Right. And then you work around with it and then you just have your final product delivered to them.
Oh, okay. How do you do that to Georgette?
Okay, so as Flora said, depending on what is available, with what we do, it's a creative kind of work we do. So sometimes you see clients going on Pinterest to go and pick very intricate designs to come and give to us. But we try and make them know that this is what's available, this is what we can do, this is our forte, maybe this is not available, we can't do this, maybe this was done abroad, maybe we don't have the products here at the moment, we probably have to ship it and it will take how many days. So you just walk them through what we know we can do for them. We should tell them, we communicate that to them. We don't want to go and overpromise and that day they will come and see something different and they'll post what you ordered versus what you got. So we try to be very intentional about that, making sure that yes, even though this is what you want, let's come down and meet halfway, how we can get to do what. If we have everything available, why not? We can do what you want. But where there are some few glitches where we need to go and get things, sourcing and all that, we tell you that this is what is available, let's do this for you. And it usually works with our clients. It's just communication most of the time.
Right. So you are very transparent to them. So transparency is very key.
Yes, very important
in business. Okay. All right. Let me come back to Flora before I come to David. Now, Flora.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you think Val's Day this year, because you talked about pricing, that you sometimes, because of their budget, you are able to do this thing. Do you think that things are people are buying this year than last year?
This is a very tricky question because normally the last minute orders will show that people are buying these days or are buying less.
Okay.
So far, the response has been good. In as much as there's a global, crisis on inflation and there's no money in the economy and stuff like that, people do actually have money to spend when it comes to Valentine's. Surprisingly. So, so far sales is going up. We are seeing the numbers. So we can finalize with it when we have the last minute orders in place. So, yeah.
Right. Is that the same for you, Georgette?
Yes, just as Flora said, even though the economy is sort of shaky, people still have the means to be able to buy things for people. And one important thing is for you to know your clients and to know their strength so that you don't overprice things and also you don't underprice too and also be at a deficit. So we also have to know the kind of people you're selling to and what they can afford.
Right.
And also when it's something that is quality, people do not want to compromise on that. So in as much as you want to sell to people, don't make things too cheap that it will affect the quality of things. So we try and stay on the quality side to make sure that things are actually, the quality is good, so that when they buy, they will come back again and know that they got their money's worth.
Now, but what goes into pricing for you?
So pricing is all about, we look at two things, the cost and also the market price. So we look at the cost price, the cost of the materials we use, and also the market price, how the prices are on the market too. So those are the two things we look at when we do pricing.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Flora, is that the same for you?
Yeah, I mean, what goes into the cost is the cost of the production, cost of raw materials, cost of the packaging materials, even the cost of delivery of the packaging materials to you. So all these things really, they come up together to determine the price of the product. But like what my sister said in the studio, you need to know your clients and then their budget and then their purchasing power, so that you can also make sure that in a future you are providing quality products, they have like the worth of the money they are paying for. So yeah, these are the things that goes into the costing of the product.
Right. Now, let me come to David. Now, David, what do you advise when it comes to pricing around this time? Do you think that people want to buy, people want to, enjoy the whole Valentine's season, and so because of that, you can inflate your prices? What do you think?
I think that for such a time like this, like I said, it's a big pool. Everybody wants to do something. Even the students in the university want to do something.
Yeah.
Right. So it would be advisable for, and I'm not too sure if it's something that my sisters already practice, but it will be advisable to put in place packages, right?
Okay.
Or to sort of categorize your customers. So you have your high value clients, they can afford this. So these are the packages that you are preparing for them. So because the other thing too is people want to spend, they want to show their love, but they also think about how much is involved.
Right.
So it will be good if they have an idea of how they should prepare. So you have different packages, and in these packages you are stating, this is what it comes with. You have the details, well listed. So I think what will work best is the package approach, where you already have everything figured out. For those that will come for the bespoke, obviously they understand that it will come with more costs. So it will be good to have the package. Again, like Georgette said, we should also focus on the quality. That also matters. So without also reducing your brand or the quality of your stuff so much, you may want to be very careful when it comes to that. So the package approach is good. And again, if you start marketing in time, you start preparing their minds, then they'll be good for it. And I think we also need to make place for a bit of adjustments as businesses, especially during this time. Someone might come and say, so the other thing you want to do is, even before this time, you want to do subscriptions.
Okay.
So you have people that you subscribe from last year. right? And then they get a discount based on the fact that they are buying from you again this year. Those are some of the little tricky things that you can do to get people in, So yeah, looking at the loyalty side of it, giving them maybe loyalty cards or discount cards to make sure that you get the repeat business from them. So yes, the pricing is good. And I think for a season like this, the packaging, the offering the packages is also good, so that everybody knows how much they are spending and on what exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, so this year, do you think this year's Val's Day, you're a marketing professional, do you think that people are buying experiences or they're buying gifts?
I think people are buying even the gifts. They are buying experiences with it. Because I realize that even when someone gets a gift, the presentation is a whole experience, right? You have someone going into his wife's office with a whole serenade team, going to sing just to present some flowers and balloons and all that. So even when they get the gifts, the presentation is also important. Yeah, some people still go with the option of just sending a dispatch rider, but the experience around it, and those are some of the value additions that businesses should adopt. That look, okay, I'm giving you this product, but for this amount, I can also throw in the experience of making sure that I deliver it to your lover on this day, so it becomes a very nice experience. So it's not just getting and grabbing off the shelf and just going to present it. I think that is the key thing. That is what they will remember. The presentation, how you made them feel around their colleagues in the office, or how you made them feel at home when they received their gift. So that also comes into play. So for me, I think it goes both ways. And again, people are buying the experience more than products.
Right.
Yeah, people are buying the experience more than products.
So do you think do you think so too?
Yes, like David said, people are buying the experience through the products because how the products are being presented, how the gifts are being presented is also very important. Even how the products look. People want something big and extravagant so that when it enters their office, everybody will be like, wow, who is this for? Is it for me? Everybody's waiting for it to get to their table. People just don't want something that is hidden or wrapped in a box. They want it out there. Everybody should see what is in it. Everybody should see the presentation and go like, wow, this is something that is mind-blowing. So that alone is an experience on its own. In as much as people are also booking experiences and all that. Even with the experiences, it still comes with gifts sometimes.
So when David was speaking, David, you said that not just about the gift, but also the presentation of it. Now, I think that will call for collaboration, because if I'm selling, or for instance, Flora, that is selling beauty products, if she's going to present it and she attach some other other businesses, let's say somebody who plays sax and all of that, just to present it for the frenzy. Again, I use your word. It will be so. Let me ask Flora. Flora, do you collaborate with other vendors during Valentine's season?
I was just about to tell Balloon Frenzy that we should collaborate next year. With regards to presentation experience. Because in as much as skincare is product, it still gives you experience, but that experience is like a personal experience at home when you're applying your product on your skin, feeling the aromatherapy side and stuff like that. But then again, the gentleman raised a very good point about even the presentation of the box or the package to the recipient. So in that case, it's good to collaborate with people. For instance, imagine presenting a skincare box with balloons and some wild presentation, stuff like that. So this is a proposal to my lady in the studio. Next year we are working together on that. Sure. Definitely. But then again, I have collaborated with a gift shop this year. So there's a gift shop in Laboni called Doodles by Ini. She's really phenomenal with her craft. She personalized gifts for events, corporate events, birthdays, and this Val's Day is no exception. So I partnered with her. I have some of the products, the limited edition products I released this year in her shop. So I'm sure when you walk in and you see my product, you still see other things that you think it will be like a very good, add up to saving for you to present to your special someone. So yeah, collaboration is good. It's good to partner with other people in the industry to make the experience a 361. Yeah.
All right. If your partnership goes well, please remember Z.
Definitely.
All right, that's great. Now let me come to David one more time. David, a lot of people are single, and because of that, during Val's Day, they like to purchase good. They like to give themselves a treat. I will say, Gen Zs will say it. We give ourselves a treat. How do you market products or Valentine gifts for those buying for themselves?
So again, this is a huge opportunity for businesses in that space. Now, first of all, you'd want to make you call them single. Well, so first of all, you'd want to make the single people feel like they are not alone, right?
Exactly.
And there are very creative ways of doing that, right? There are very, very creative ways of doing that. And for me, what I've seen has worked a lot is engaging them in some form of activity on that day, right? So you are not just looking at just reminding them of being single, but you want to bring them together in a place. You want to, so for instance, like you asked about vendors collaborating. The question should be, how can vendors come together to put something, for single people where they can get to meet each other? You understand? An idea
just dropped in my mind.
It's not just about the the day and the frenzy, but because then they know that they are coming there to meet other single people. They're engaging in other activities, and it's not just about a party. It could be team bonding activities. You could simply just tell them, you could simply just get vouchers to be at a restaurant together as a group. You could do a 10-10 reservation at a restaurant, somewhere where they get to meet each other. So for me, I think that is the opportunity for vendors to also collaborate and figure out how we can make, you call them single, but I don't believe everyone is ever single, So they are single, all right, but I want to believe that even those single people, they have families. You see, the frenzy, again, about Val's Day is that it's for lovers, it's for man and woman, but there are other people in their lives as well. How do you create that connection of, them remembering that they are not alone and they have other people? How does the brand say, if nobody loves you, cry me, I love you, things like that. So those are the kind of things you want to do and not make them feel single on that day. And I'm sure anyone will remember that in Val's Day of 2025, I was single, but this brand was there with me. So those are some of the little things that that you can do, even on the business side, you could focus on running some sort of CSR, right? Val's Day is also a time to give. You can decide to bring single people together, go and do a donation somewhere. Those are the little things that that creates that emotional connection. It touches people's hearts. So then it draws attention to your brand. So there are many things that we can do, and these are things that sometimes I look up online, try and see what other countries are doing in other places. There's so much out there. Val's Day presents a big opportunity for us to do a lot.
Okay.
I just wanted to add, there was this trend of Valentine's. I don't know if you've heard about it, where ladies come together and celebrate Valentine's, especially single ladies on their own, just to talk about anything female-related stuff. They just buy gifts for themselves. Group of friends come together, especially females. It's now Valentine's. Everybody's organizing a Valentine's brunch, Valentine's dinner. They come and make themselves happy. So if you don't have a boyfriend or a husband or anything, don't worry. We sort ourselves out in a way. So that's also trending now. So nobody's left out
then
when it comes to
men should also be thinking of men lantern.
Exactly what I'm thinking, and I'm happy that Georgia has brought this up. So we see that this is something that's going to become a trend, right, in a few years to come. So then there's an opportunity for businesses that offer these services, you know, to get together. Maybe you can decide to sponsor one Valentine at your shop. They get to come and view your products. You know, these are the little opportunities that we can take advantage of. I don't know how we'll call the men's own Valentine
or Valentine for boys.
Yeah, but then it will also be a cool idea for men to you know, jump on. In our culture, something like this, men might say, you know,
but they will actually sell.
They will actually sell. So again, a thought just came to mind. This is the time for, if this is an opportunity for people to create like support groups, right? As Georgette said, so that people don't feel alone. You know, so you have a support group. You could decide to organize in every neighborhood or somewhere, you know, and then attach your brand to it as a business, you know, and this becomes something. This becomes something that can run into a CSR project or something. So good things.
Okay. Well, so soon, our time is up. Yeah, it feels like, I don't know, but anyway. But we have some gifts for you guys from Doman. And so we'd like to do the presentation right away. Producer, please bring the products. You want to say something? Okay.
I just want to say happy birthday to my mom.
Okay.
She's also Georgette. I know she's listening.
Wow.
Thank you very much for all that you've been doing for us, for my family.
Okay.
I had a baby a few months ago, but she's always taking the baby in so that I can run around and do my work and all that, and I really appreciate it.
Mommy,
God bless you, mommy, and enjoy your birthday.
God bless you. On that same birthday note, our colleague here, Rebecca Okine, is celebrating her birthday. Rebecca, if you're listening, happy birthday to you. And yesterday, my niece celebrated her birthday, Shida. Happy birthday to you. And then the day before, Joash and Mavis, happy birthday, belated happy birthday to all of you. Yeah, all right. So let's do the presentation right away. Okay, so these are from Doman. This is from Doman Foods.
Wow.
Yes, they needed. Yes, you can show it to us on video. Yeah, that's a very nice package.
Lovely.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Flora, forgive us. We have to find a way to deliver to.
No, Facebook is not part of the communication.
Flora, we'll find a way to deliver yours to you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, so maybe final words too. In 30 seconds, your final words, and then you can put your social media pages out there so that people can reach out to you. Let me start with Georgette.
Okay, so we are Balloon Frenzy GH on Instagram.
Right.
Just go on Instagram and type Balloon Frenzy GH. You see us there. Follow us. You can chat with us on WhatsApp as well too. We'll be happy to chat with you and take your orders. We have amazing Val's Day packages. If you go on our WhatsApp, you see the catalog, all the packages available.
What's the WhatsApp number?
0553 324 260. So 0553 324 260.
Okay. Let me go to Flora first. Flora, please put out your social media handles as well, just in case somebody wants to reach out.
Okay, so I'll just say this briefly. In as much as we're in the season of love, it's very possible to also show your own self-love.
Right.
Okay, it's very important. People are gifting others. You can also gift your own self. So on that note, you can follow us on Say Beauty PH on IG, Facebook. Our website is www.say-beauty.com. We have all the packages available on our website. A click away, we just deliver to you. Also, my number is 0248 784839. So call us and then give you a wholesome experience with regards to Val's Day. Thank you guys so much.
Right, thank you,
and I'll be
Flora.
expecting my donut.
Yes, don't worry. Producer will take care of that. Okay, final word, David.
I think Valentine's Day wishes are in order. So happy Val's Day in advance to everyone. And I want to wish all the businesses the best. Let's just stay in love and keep the energy going. And let's always remember to keep our customers top of mind.
Right.
They are the ones that keep the business afloat.
Okay.
So yeah, on that note, I love everyone, especially my wife. If I don't wish happy Valentine's, I'll be dead.
You've done that. Well, so ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for coming. I'm so glad that you came this morning. Great conversation. Great conversation. I wish all of you well in line with your businesses this season, and also David, in line with whatever you are doing. God bless you so much for coming. Well, thank you very much for staying with me here on the Business Breakfast on Z101.9 FM. I am very grateful that you stayed with us right from 6:15 till now. Up next is The Brighter Side with NY, the brand. We will